Hello. Guess what? It's a YouTube video. I said that I would jump back into Duelyst 2 when they released Gauntlet. And sometime, I think early this morning, they released Gauntlet. So let's play some Gauntlet. I believe... So, it actually explains it here. They've changed quite a few things about how Gauntlet works. I did read the announcement post in some detail, so I'm vaguely aware of how it goes. It's now 4 matches fixed, full stop, with reasonably generous rewards. You need to get 3 wins to get another free Gauntlet ticket. The drafting is done now with so-called buckets, so you get 2 or 3 cards in each bucket, and then at the end you get to remove 4 of the buckets that you picked, I think it is, which I believe means that because the buckets aren't a consistent size, you might have a different sized deck, which is kind of interesting. And there's also a small chance of getting cards from a different faction to kind of mix it up. I'm told there's a kind of hand-tuned weighting system for the cards as well, so it's not just done by rarity. There's some balancing to make sure you're, for instance, less likely to get powerful signature faction cards in different factions, or balancing, like I saw that Artifact Defiler has a very low weight, so you're not just getting these like completely useless cards. We'll see how this goes. Quite excited about this. Alright, so we get Magma, Abyssian, Vanna, or Songhai. So you actually get to choose 4 of the 6 factions, which is quite generous. I wonder if they should knock that down, actually. I'm trying to remember who was the best in Gauntlet back in the day. I think Songhai were okay at launch. I mean, it's 2 draws, so Songhai are going to benefit from that. Vanna will probably struggle. Abyssian maybe also struggle. So you're going to have all the creep cards. I guess Shadow Nova is common and ruins people, so that makes Abyssian quite strong. Magma will have a bunch of like random kind of naff cards, but I assume they've weighted those down so that you don't just spend ages going, no, I don't want Tremor. And so in terms of raw power level, I mean, obviously with nothing, I haven't even been playing the game, so I'm not completely au fait with all the card changes they made. I think the one in terms of raw power level is probably Abyssian, because Shadow Nova is common. But again, they might have weighted that down so it doesn't ruin games too much. Magma is obviously my long-time BFF. You know what? I've played enough Magma in my life. Let's see how Abyssian works out. Holy moly, okay. So here are our buckets. Got a Lure. Oh. These pop-ups are a bit awkward. Lure, Sworn Defender, and Repulsor Beast. That's 2 pieces of removal and a reasonable Provoke body. Preacher Dreadflare. Oh, Night Sorrow. Now this has been nerfed. Juxtaposition? Okay, well that's kind of spicy. This is probably the pick actually. I mean, Night Sorrow is good if we can get like cheap bodies or just hit stuff with the general. Kills Ironcliff Guardian still. I think the Dreadflare is meh, although it does work with the Night Sorrow Assassin being a 1/5 flyer that also pings when it dies. It's kind of alright. And I mean, Wraithling Fury I actually really rate as a card. Even before I get flying, I think Wraithling Fury was alright, but in Duelyst 2 there's no BBS to make Wraithlings, so you're on the hook to draft them, which is a bit awkward. So it's between these 2. Of them, I think, you know, Lure is kind of the most reliable piece of removal here, but I think Night Sorrow Assassin and Jux are more powerful than Lure and Repulsor Beast, so let's go with these. Abyssal Crawler, Flamewing, another Sworn Defender, Red Singer, hello, which is an epic now. Saberspine Dreamgazer, Soul Grimoire, War Talon, which is essentially Trample, and Lure. These are some good cards. It's probably the Singer. Singer is really strong, and we do have a Jux to set it up as well. Saberspine and Dreamgazer both seem quite good. This pile I think is just that, a pile. I feel like War Talon is kind of maybe alright. It's just a bit of a body. Grimoire is so good if you can set it up. I think Grimoire is really strong in Gauntlet, because like random minion trades mean you rapidly get to like 6 attack, 8 attack, and that's just a huge amount of damage. Maybe it is worth picking just because Grimoire is so strong. Because Dream Gazer isn't that much value. Saberspine Tiger isn't that good. Sinja is kind of amazing though. Yeah, we'll go with Sinja, I think. Oh, I see legendaries. That's Pato. Deathfire, Crescendo, Venom Toth, Wraithling Swarm. A bunch of expensive Clunk. Or some bad cards. I think it's got to be this. These piles are all kind of uninspiring. Pato's funny, obviously. I'm a bit concerned about my curve already. Not that this helps. This is 3 more 3-drops. Even if Wraithling Swarm is quite good with Night Sorrow Assassin and Deathfire. Ash Method is garbage. Without any sort of synergy. Bright Moss is fine. This is technically a 2-drop, but it's a bad one. I think it has to be this, but we need to basically avoid 3-drops for the rest of the draft. Oh, here's some more 3-drops. And here's some more 3-drops. We are in trouble. Do I want a Ranged Unit or another Night Sorrow? That is actually an interesting question. Shadow Reflection with Saberspine Tiger or Putrid Dreadfly is pretty sick, actually. Another Dream Gazer. I don't think 2 Dream Gazers is particularly exciting. 2 Night Sorrows is. I guess Dream Gazer is kind of good with Deathfire Crescendo. Yeah, let's go with this. My curve's going to be bad. At least let's have some removal. Is that a Reaper of the 9 Wounds? It is. Silhouette Trace, that's pretty good. Photic Devourer. Destroy nearby allied minions and gain summon Wraithlings. Gets +2. Another 3-drop. I do have Juxtaposition for this Gold. But I feel like Black Soulless is probably the pick. Like 5 mana 5/7 is okay. But then the synergies are pretty obvious. We are looking at maybe playing some Deathwatch stuff. That said, Reaper and Silhouette Tracer are both really strong. Really, really strong. I can't actually tell how much toughness Reaper has nowadays, because the thing covers it. So do I want the... Basically, these cards are a bit more flexible. These cards are more linear. Like, curving Wraithling Swarm into a Photic Devourer is kind of the dream, but it's... Even then, it's probably not that good, because they'll just kill the Wraithlings most of the time. And we've only got the 1 Wraithling generator. We might have 2 or 3 more by the end of the draft if we're lucky. I actually have no idea how many. I guess with 3 buckets in, I don't remember how many you get. No, I'm going to take the generic stuff. I think that the stuff in the middle is too linear. Well, that makes a Wraithling and it's a 2-drop. That makes Creep. Grasp of Agony is good. Oh, Right to the Underworld is sick. And a Soul Grimoire. But I think actually, like, my deck's kind of clunky. I don't think I need this. This is kind of bad for me. This gives me cards at mana costs that I don't really have a lot of, and a very good AoE spell. I think this is quite clearly the pick. Another right Nether Summoning. Summon non-token minions that were destroyed this turn. Does that include your opponents? Bone Swarm as well. Dioltest, Cinder Beast, or Ritual Banishing Void Pulse. 2 toughness Dioltest is kind of bad, probably. If only Dioltest and Nether Summoning were together. This is 7/3. Nether Summoning with Reaper is kind of good. I don't really want this right though. But I do want this Bone Swarm actually. Non-token minions. And if it is that you just trade, but it says this turn, so you have to like have stuff in play, then trade, then Nether Summoning. So it's actually going to be relatively situational. It's kind of cool with Saberspine Tiger in the late game, but I think I just want these solid 4-drops. Spelljammer, Dragonlock, Brick Banishing, Deathfire. What is that? Oh, it's another Void Pulse. Thorn Needler. These are all a bit meh. I guess I'll just pick this because it's fewer cards and gets a Reaper. Even though there's another 3-drop and it's a bad one. I think this is all. We're not really in a Ritual Banishing sort of place. Like, we have a Wraithling Swarm, but other than that. And we're not really lacking in removal either with double Night Sorrow. Like, we already have a way to turn Wraithlings into killing stuff. So I'll just take this. Double Reaper is pretty good as well. I love Merciful Devourer and Demonic Lure. Darkseed, Darkfire Sacrifice. Darkfire Sac with Dreamgaze is kind of cool, but we don't really have a ton of payoff for that. Do I want a Chimera? Maybe? This does make Wraithlings-ish. But I think I'll just take a Demonic Glow and yet another 3-drop. We are so starved for 2s right now. Oh, here's one. Do I want this? Ether Master might be good, because our deck's kind of bad. We might need this. That said, I mean, it is another 3-drop, but Murkblood Devourer is really strong. No, I think I like the Darkfire Sac. We are looking at having a few cards that are good with it. Like, we have an Illusionist, we have a two Dream Gazers. And we can power out this Reaper or this Red Singer. Or just, like, play a few spells in one turn. So I think that's fine. Pulverizer, Shield Oracle, Glacial Elemental. Another Dream Gazer, what is this? I have no idea what that is. And a Sunset. Oh, we do kind of need some healing. You know what? Let's just pick loads of Dream Gazers. Oh, it's a Mobius. Okay, this card's kind of good. Vorpal Reaver, yes please. And then some other garbage that isn't. Actually, these packs are all quite good. Rejuvenator. But like, yeah, Vorpal Reaver, Demonic Lure is sick. Not passing that. Another Lure. Dark Terminus. Hard removal. That's a 2-drop. What is it? Oh, it's Rustcrawler. Yeah, we like a Rustcrawler. 1 or 2 on range. This can only attack generals. I mean, that's kind of fine. I mean, if they don't answer this, I mean, they will, but if they don't answer it, it kills them, I guess. We're not massively starved on removal, though. We do have 2 Lures, 2 Night Sorrows, Shadow Reflection. No, I think having something to just point and click, please go away, would be nice. We might have enough. How many Wraithling cards do we actually have at this point? We have the Reaver, Swarm. That is actually it, okay. Oh, we have a Gloom Chaser as well. So we have 3 Wraithling generators, which makes Wraithling Fury a bit meh. We definitely don't need this. Yeah, let's just take this. Lightbender, Shadow Nova. Oh, Shadow Nova. Spectral Blade. Sarlacc. Ooh. Where were you earlier? We could have gone all in. Do we want more Night Sorrows and more Reapers, or do we want Shadow Nova? I think we want Shadow Nova. Do we want a Lightbender, or do we want a Spectral Blade and a Horn of the Forsaken? I think we want a Horn of the Forsaken, but I might be wrong. The problem with these is we have 3 Dream Gazers, which makes them a bit... makes artifacts kind of bad. And Lightbender is a great card, so I think we'll go this. It also keeps the deck size down a little bit. Another Grimoire. No Mobius. Rip Banishing. What is this? Oh, Blue Tip Scorpion. That sucks. I don't think we want this. I don't think we want this. Which I guess puts us into this. Mobius is kind of good as a curve filler, to be fair. Another Horn. Keeper. Shadow Nova. What's this? Oh, Arkham. Sun Elemental. I think I like this. Keeper of the Veil picking up some of these cards. Like picking up Duelyst, picking up Reaper, Reaver. Picking up anything expensive is pretty good, but also picking up like Night Sorrow is really good. Gloom Chaser is kind of okay. Dream Gazer kind of just draws a card. Picking up Mobius is pretty good. And then here we get another 2-drop, another Wraithling, and another Shadow Nova. It's kind of what we came here for, isn't it? Spectral Revenant and a ranged minion. Shadow Dancer and Shadow Watcher. Awesome crap. Yeah. Remove a group of cards or skip. All right, let's cut some stuff. Honestly, do we just cut this Wraithling Swarm and the Deathfire Crescendo? A, this is a pile of 3-drops, and we have so many 3-drops. B, we don't actually have a ton of... Like, we have a Soul Grimoire, but Soul Grimoire is kind of good because you can just leave it on your hero, and it doesn't really matter if... Like, they have to trade into it to kill it. Whereas with Deathfire Crescendo, you have to play it, and then you've got a minion that just sits there, and your opponent can remove it or trade into it themselves. Soul Grimoire is much more powerful, because it's much harder to remove. And we don't have enough other stuff. Like, we're just kind of a mid-range... Wait, we have 2 Revenants? When did that... Is that a bug? That's got to be a bug. It's given us 2 copies of Revenant Luck Sickness. I really hope that's actually the case, and that we have double Revenant in our deck, because obviously that's stupid. Yes, I'm going to cut this Wraithling Swarm. Death via Venom Toth package. That massively improves our mana curve. I think. No, we're not so glutted on 3s. We still have quite a few, but we're not quite so stuffed. Grasp, Gloom Chaser, Juggernaut. I think we need this. Like, Grasp is good, Gloom Chaser is kind of necessary here. We're okay on 4s. We could cut this. I could cut this, honestly. Like, Reaper is not the powerhouse it was in Duelyst 1, because it doesn't give you card advantage or tempo advantage. It messes with them, and obviously 7 power flyer is a huge amount of pressure. But I don't think it's the sort of card where you just slam it and it always works. Like, original Reaper, you would just play it, and then if your opponent killed it, oh well, they're kind of playing into your hands. Here, maybe it puts them in a bad spot, but I think usually it's going to be not too punishing for them. And we do want to cut stuff. We want to be... Oh yeah, the bug has fixed itself, okay. Basically, I want to be drawing 7 mana kill your opponent cards as much as possible. We are in 2 draws, so maybe it's not as big of a deal, but I want to cut stuff. Well, I want to keep the other Reaper, because having 1 is probably useful. Sunseer, Dreamgazer, Morbius could be a cut. Like, double Morbius is not super exciting, because the card is a bit understated. It's just flexible. And the Dreamgazers are okay. We could think about cutting Darkfire Sacrifice, but I think it's actually... We have a bunch of really good bombs to power out, so I think it's actually worth keeping. I think if here, like, the Rust Core is worth it, because we don't have a lot of pings. Dark Terminus is worth it, because it's our only hard removal effect. Soul Grim... I guess we could cut this, to be honest. Like, we're not really a Soul Grimoire deck. The card is really good, though, because, like, you just play it and trade 2 true drops, and suddenly you have 6 attack. And then you kill something, and now you're on 8 attack. It's like... It's just a very strong card. So I think I'm inclined to keep this, but I could cut this pile. I think we want the Senja, we want the Tiger... Putrid Dreadflyer, Juxtaposition. This is probably worth keeping just for the Night Sorrow. And Dreadflyer hunts ranged units reasonably well. 1 more set of cuts. You don't have to cut cards, but it's usually better to, because if I cut the worst 3 cards in my deck, it makes the average of my deck better. But it's just about trying to find cards where I can safely make cuts without losing too many tools. I could honestly cut this Merkblood Devourer, because I think we're mostly going to be looking to just play on curve. Which makes Devourer not quite so good. It's better when you're playing lots of stuff. It is good with all these Dreamgazers, though. Maybe we can cut a Night Sorrow. Like, we're not super lacking in interaction, right? We have a bunch of big stuff that kills things. We have a Reaper for trades. We have a hard removal effect here. Duelyst trades well. We have a Lightbender, Grimoire, Shadow Reflection, kinda. And then we don't have that many pings, right? We have a couple Wraithlings, but that's kind of it. We also have Juxtaposition for interaction. So I think we could afford to lose a Night Sorrow, which means we could cut one of these piles here. I don't know, I kind of like all of these cards just a bit. The Dreamgazers are maybe handy. No, I think we can lose this pile. Let's go. Ooh, quick Q. I forgot that they've redone the art for some of the generals. Well, this hand is garbage. Give me cheap things, please. There we go. It is a little painful having to replace Darkfire Sacrifice. That's for later. This I will hold on to though. There's a reasonable opening hand here. I like the we got a good spawn on the Wraithling. It can contest this mana tile, but isn't in range for someone to hit it. Oh crap. Yes, you should attack the minion, not me. Oh no. Okay, well we can kill that actually with this Wraithling that has just saved my bacon. Let me think. Let's replace... Yeah, let's replace this. Tracer. Tracer is cute, but not super useful here. So, I can play Golem Vanguard here, Fire Spitter behind me, trade with this Tuskbore, and then move forward and punch the Chakri Avatar. Or, I can play Fire Spitter here, trade, move forward, punch this, and then play Golem Vanguard here. So my opponent will have to use removal on it in order to get at this Fire Spitter. But if they do get at the Fire Spitter, that's kind of bad for me. Not that this card is super important, to be fair. The other option is I don't bother. I just leave the Fire Spitter alone. Come forward and play the Vanguard in the center. And then I can take mana tiles next turn. I think that's better, actually. We can honestly just replace this, but... Or use it for Darkfire Sack. I get to make a cool play here, actually. If it ends up on low HP, I can sacrifice the Vanguard. Or if they, like, repulse a beast or something. I can sacrifice the Vanguard. Oh god. Okay, they're just killing it. Fine. I need a way to interact with this Chakri Avatar. I can like Fire Spitter, Darkfire Sack, Vorpal Reaver. I don't know if that's worth it though. Reaper. I'll just play this, probably, right? Is that worth it? This is awkward because it's a terrible body blocker. I think I have to do it like... Oh, that doesn't work either. I'm trying to figure out a way where if my opponent just kills this with the Chakri Avatar, they don't get to immediately eat the Fire Spitter, but I don't think there's a way to do that. I think I'm just going to do this. It feels very weak, but it'll have to do. Oh, look at all these expensive cards. Goodness. The good news is that they have to spend some card or other on this. If it does die, like if they Phoenix Fire it, I can run away from my opponent, and now I have the center of the board, which is kind of useful. Or Tuskbore. Wait, am I playing again? My opponent so far has played double Tuskbore, double Chakri Avatar, Phoenix Fire, Black Lotus, Locust. Are they... Am I playing against someone on the normal ladder? It is genuinely hard to tell. Crap. Is that a flying? Oh, it does. Yeah, is my opponent just like, have they drafted the best deck in the world? Or am I playing against someone on the constructed ladder? That would explain why the queue time was so quick, if that was the case. Killing Edge. Oh, it doesn't summon a buffed copy. Okay, that's good. Right. I can Dreamgazer, sacrifice it if needed. I will replace this. That doesn't do anything. I have no buffs for this. I'm super dead. I think. A little hard to tell. Let's hide in the corner. I think we just play this. I can play it here to block actually. And no, I should just kill this Chakra Avatar. I can play it here to prevent them from attacking my ranged unit. Kill this, sacrifice this. Hope to God I don't die. Okay, Shadow Nova is good. If they keep clustering up the locusts, I can kill them all in one go. That would be helpful. Okay, so they've shown me Heartseeker now, which probably means they are not playing a ladder deck, although I do remember seeing people playing that. The good news is actually that if they leave the Vorpal Reaver up, we just kill them. But obviously, boo, double boo. All right, fine. Oh, it's trading. Okay. That's kind of fine, honestly. By me. I think we Shadow Nova. Hopefully the Locust spawns in a place where I can kill it and the thing at the same time. I do have a Revenant here. What does that do for me? So if I rev this, it dies, they take 4. I can kill the lock with myself and Wraithlings. I can shoot the Locust. Oh, I guess buffed, right? Playing Mobius for free, that obviously doesn't help very much. Oh, Red Singer's good. Red Singer will kill the 5/5. If I attack this and then attack there, I can shoot this down with Lux. I can't actually reach with any of the Wraithlings, but that's fine. Let's replace this. Oh, perfect. All right, this works out. So, assuming this works the way I want it to, we punch this. Yeah. Singer kills the 5/5. We shoot this. Lure this. I think it's better to kill that than the Heartseeker, but I'm not 100% sure. How much do I care about these Wraithlings? This one is going to take forever to actually threaten the Heartseeker there, so I may as well make use of it. Let's force my opponent to engage with my my board of things a little bit by blocking them in ever so slightly. Okay, so now I'm stable and I have way more cards than them and more board than them. Okay, maybe that's not the case. But it's going to draw a lot. That's scary, but it doesn't have flying, so I don't care about it yet. Okay, let's have to. Alright, so they drew 2 extra off that thing, but that's fine. This feels like a Shadow Nova kind of turn. I want to play this Dread Flare, I think. I mean, I could have... It's just this, but it'll die to Phantom. Yeah, let's replace that. I got lots of other stuff to do. Grasp of Agony is not terrible. I mean, Grasp plus Shadow Nova is 7 face damage, which is not completely nothing. I think it is time to kill this Heartseeker now. I don't want to rev this Phantom. Oh, I can shoot stuff and Night Sorrow it. Right, of course. Didn't think about that. Honestly, I think this is a perfectly fine line. I'm just going to discard the Grasp. It's not great, but it's fine. Or I could put it on this just to have it work for later. But I'm going to do this for hand space. I guess I'm a bit sad if they have a movement effect to kill Red Singer, but it's still a 2-for-1. I think I can inch forward here just a wee bit. I'm actually going to protect this Wraithling though. I might need it for Night Sorrow. Kill this. Get some damage in on them. Well, Lightband is not bad. It can remove the Phantom threat. Okay, so we're still winning, I think. We now even have the life lead by a smidgen. I think my opponent is playing a normal Gauntlet deck. They just played all the good cards first, and now here's the Mist Dragon. Killing Lux Ignis, that's fair enough. So we can clear this off with the Night Sorrow or... Oh, they've got Inner Focus. Alright. I mean, this is kind of good, but I still get card advantage here. Not that card advantage matters a huge amount in 2-draw, but... Attacking face, that's interesting. They might regret that. I think I can just pressure them now. I can play out a bunch of garbage, maybe? Like Murkblood, Aethermaster, Dreadflare. Murkblood, Saberspine, Dreadflare, even better. Yeah, let's do that. We're gonna surround my opponent a little bit. We're gonna get some damage in on them. I'm going to keep this Wraithling still, because it synergizes with some of our stuff. Pop it back a little bit. There's the Nova. We've also got Revenant, so my opponent is almost certainly dead. Oh, here we go. Am I dead? They spiral me. Kinetic Equilibrium. That's kind of good. Okay, no, it wasn't that good. I guess they can punch the Murkblood now. But they're obviously dead to burst. Goodbye. I think this is lethal by itself. I can just pass. Yeah. Oh, I reached Abyssian Host level 2. Excellent. This is a more fun way of grinding the early faction levels than playing like practice missions or trying to do ladder games with bad decks. Just keeping an eye on the time. So we're half an hour in. Probably just do the whole run depending on how long the matches are. I guess it's quite nice that I can make an entire Gauntlet run in like an hour-long video. Hour 10. Oh, I am not super keen on that new Zeran portrait. Okay, we have a turn 1 play, we have a removal spell. Let's replace this in case I need to go 2-drop, 2-drop. Ooh, Murkblood's good actually. That's better than this for sure. Dreamgazer, classy. I keep assuming Zeran means Heal Linar. I haven't like lost my old habits. Right, which of these am I replacing? This, I mean, this will be a 3/5 provoke, which is kind of fine. I can play both of these next turn actually, so maybe let's not replace anything. I'll just play this. If this dies, obviously I'm a bit sad, but got a ranged unit and the Shadow Nova. That's good. Game plan activated. Silverguard. If we can top deck Night Sorrow Assassin, that would be lovely. Which of these am I keeping? Like, whipping it away is not terrible. It does mean we'll have to deal with it later. I'm actually going to put the Lux Ignis away. Alrighty. What I can do is move it onto this mana tile, so they can't use it next turn. But it's tricky actually, because I can't easily contest the center mana tile either. Maybe what I do is... No, that doesn't work. I think I needed to be out of the way more than I needed to be more than I need them to have less access to mana. There's nowhere I can put this where it gets the buff and isn't attackable by Dreamgazer, so I think I'll just go with this. Maybe I should have attacked them there actually. We do have a Shadow Nova, so reducing their life total starts looking good. But I'm going to look to play this on curve as just removal. Oof. That's not that bad actually. No, who am I kidding? That's pretty bad. I do at least have my own. Next turn we can play this big idiot, so that's good. Or I can play it now actually. I can trade with this, Darkfire Sack, Vorpal Reaver, Grimoire. Grimoire's looking a little awkward here. I'm going to play this Vorpal Reaver. It's really... It feels a bit awkward in terms of card flow. Like, my opponent is way ahead on cards. Although part of that is because they went first. But I'm drawing up to 4 here and they're on 6, so... On the bright side, if they don't have Martyrdom, this Reaver is pretty sick. If they do have Martyrdom, then I probably just lose, but we'll see. Actually, to be fair, even then, I have a Soul Grimoire to pay off the Wraithlings. So in theory, if they do Martyrdom it, I can Grimoire up, trade in some Wraithlings, and start slapping them for 10. And maybe that gets there, you know. 6 mana from them. That doesn't look like they have an easy answer to a Vorpal Reaver, so that's good. Got an Ironclef Guardian down, yep. And a Dragonlark, okay. If we can top deck Night Sorrow, that's pretty spicy. I can always trade with a Grimoire up and kill the 1/4. Tracer to kill the Dragonlark is kind of funny. But I should replace one of these. It might honestly be the Revenant. Like the Nova, they've already spent a Lightbender. There's another Nova in the deck, so drawing 2 of them, you know, they stack well. And my opponent's got a bunch of stuff, so AoE is pretty worth it. Oh, that's pretty good. Oh, hell yeah, that's really good. Okay. How do I do this? Oh, that's funny. You do this, right? Equip the Grimoire. Attack. Attack. Move back. They can trade, but then I get even more attack, so... still down on cards, but we have a Nova. We have a Tracer. No, no, what? Oh, come on. This is what I was worried about with the extra faction cards. Lionor don't have an artifact removal spell like that. And not only that, but it lets them keep their Ironcliff Guardian healthy. Oh, mate. That really sucks. Yikes. Oh, man. That's rough. I guess we're just Novaing them. It's that time. I'm gonna hit them in the face, actually. And then replace for second Nova. I want to keep this, and I think I want to keep this because it pings them. I can play both of these next time, so I'll replace the Rustcrawler and hope that they aren't... Hey, alright, cool. Another Nova means they probably die. Suntide is fine. You really going to play in a big box or after I've just played a Nova? That's fine. Sundra. This is fine. We're actually getting a huge amount of card advantage off this. Which is catching us up quite a bit. Yeah, I don't see any reason not to play this. Suddenly I have more cards than they do. Wow. Shadow Nova. No, stop healing. My opponent just healed for 11 this game. My previous opponent healed for 8 as well. I kind of like Silhouette Tracer plus Reaper of the Nine Moons here. Like, I can just stand on the other side of this creep and they can't really do anything about it. So, oh, that's sick, actually. Yeah, I'm just playing that. I really wanted to kill the 4/4, not the 1/4. So let's do this. Okay. This is still our game to lose. We're on lowish HP. They could have Holy Immolation or Divine Bond. In fact, if they have exactly Holy Immolation and Divine Bond, we... Oh no, it's like 11 damage. They would need one more pump as well. Decimate. I mean, I got a 2-for-1 out of it. It feels a bit bad, but like, I traded my my Sinja for the Rejuvenator and away, and the Decimate, so it's not too bad. So we kill this. Obviously, I could just make a 9/9 Mobius, but I don't think that feels too great. I think Reaper plus Cinder Beast is better. I should put the Reaper on a creep tile, because then if they kill it, they die. That's funny. That's very funny. Yeah, we're going to do that. I don't want this Lightbender because it ruins my own stuff. Right, go away. Play this. Play this. Start of each turn. Oh, wow. Right, so they have to either kill this Reaper, whereupon they get transported onto the creep tile, or not kill this Reaper, whereupon it hits them for 7 and the Cinder Beast pings for 1. So they have to come up with like a Dispel. Oh no, never mind, it's Lionor. We're dead. Wait, are we dead? Oh yeah, we died to the Cinder Beast. Damn, dude. Sun Drop Elixir. Good card. Fair play. That was a swingy game. That was a fun one. getting a little dark in here. Oh, it's hemp mind. Do we keep the Shadow Nova in the opening hand? No. We need to hard replace for something to do on turn 1. Oh, we lost the game. Cool. Silithar mid is pretty good. So I guess I want to hold on to this Light Bender, don't I? Please, any of my 30,000 3-drops, damn it. I think I have to come here so I can contest Molotovs next turn. Very sharp. Relax, mate. Oh no, here we go. What is going on? What? Why do people have these decks? Is this normal? Is my deck just bad? Jesus. Okay. Okay. Don't think this is going to achieve too much. Juggernaut's kind of good. Kills the egg. They can body block me from killing this, which is awkward. But they have to. No. Oh my god. Wow. I guess the Primus Fist is over there, so we've sort of traded cards, but like... I don't really know how I'm going to get out of this. Well, I guess I can dispel both of these, so that helps a bit. This is not going to do anything this game. More's that, but this helps a little. They obviously have... I mean, this game is completely over, but... Because there's no AoE in my deck. I didn't see a Breath of the Unborn. Oh my god. Yeah, I'll concede to that. That's enough. That's enough. Yeah, my opponent only played Constructed Staples. Is this normal? Bessian Host level 4. Is there a thing where you can toggle back to the old general portraits? I really liked those ones. Right, what have we got? Nightsoar Assassin into Keeper is kind of nice, actually. I might cut this just because I wouldn't mind a different 3-drop to play on turn 1. Like, I'll play this if I have to, but... Oh boy. On the bright side, that's not a minion. It doesn't actually contest a lot of board, so we're kind of fine with that. I think I will play this. You know, it probably dies to the... Oh, Dreadflare, that would be nice. There's an additional +1/+0 for each time an ally takes damage. Strange that's not worded as a trigger. Maybe it's not a trigger anymore, it's just... Oh god, here we go. Oh, it's going to buff them as well. Grim, okay. Oh my god. Do you know what? That is probably enough to win the game. Wait, no. I can pick up my Nightsoar Assassin. Incredible. And it's a damaged minion. Yes! We did something. Alright, let's go. Maybe I should have positioned that differently. I should put this further forward so I could come here. but we'll take it, it's fine. Right, these are all kind of generic cards. I don't super need any of them. I don't hate Duelyst against the Twin Fang, but... yeah, you know what? We'll cut this. Okay. Oh, that's cool. That's a good draw. Probably just run this out to clear the Twin Fang. Oh no. Okay. That's fine. Huh. It doesn't get to be a 2-2. That's weird. Just go face, I guess. Well, it's down to one card in it, but this is 2 draws, so that doesn't really matter. Are we gonna kill this? Yeah, we are. Okay. Yeah, I mean, it's hard to argue against the Rust Crawler here, isn't it? I think I'm gonna punch this so that I can move around rather than being stuck. So I don't want to get pinned in by Vath. We'll place the Stream Gazer. Ether Master's not bad. Play this. I think I'll play this because it has Provoke. And I'm going to play it here so they can't play it something in between my 2 minions very easily. Like a Flash War Beast or something. I guess I punch them here? Yeah, I should punch them. I'm up on cards and life and board. I should punch them. Try and force the game to a conclusion before they draw something good. That's kind of good. What do I do about that? Replace into Dark Transformation, that's what. Whee! Oh, that'll do. Are they dead? What is this? 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There's 1 off lethal. I mean, 1 off lethal sounds kind of good. Oh, I think I did that wrong. I should have brought the Rust Crawler down here and moved this over. It doesn't really matter, does it? I should probably kill this Colossus. I don't know. It's one of those things like 1 is very much not 0. Oh, also I think I've miscounted. It's not actually done. It's not quite that much damage. Puts him to 3. Yeah, I messed up. I should have just buffed the Dream Gazer and traded, I think. I believe what I should do now is this. Play this for mana efficiency over the Ether Master. It's still fine. Obviously, if my opponent punches this Rust Crawler, it's not too bad. But they can kill it with removal. The bright side is, like, the problem is if I go for it there, and then they have, like, I don't know, Kinetic Equilibrium or something, and a heal, and then they have this Colossus, I'm in huge trouble. Oh my god, Mind Steal. That's pretty annoying. Oh, because their Sinja can kill my Sinja. That sucks. I need to bait their Sinja so I can kill it with my Sinja. That's how this needs to go. I think Reaper is pretty good here. They might kill that with the Sinja and then I can retaliate. But I can't actually get rid of this Rejuvenator here. Easily, anyway. Let's get rid of this. No, maybe I want the Duelyst, actually. Oh, that's a good draw. That'll be useful soon. Duelyst or Reaper? poke here. Let's just do this. Oh, there's a Nova, that's good. Nova kills the 4/4. Maybe he kills my opponent, we'll see. Oh, alright. Getting aggressive. They put the Sinja down. Attack me. Oh wait, they have to attack this. And the Sinja kills the that. They get swapped over here. This is like 4 damage. Oh, they just die, it's fine. Okay. That was an interesting experience. Feels a little short, like it's sort of already over. Just 4 games is a bit odd. And we get, I guess, some gold and red Sinja, that's appropriate. Yeah, and I think it's 5 gold per win. Apparently, it's only 20 gold for a run, so it's not like, you know, you'll get far more from quests than you'll ever pay playing it, which I love, by the way. You can just, if you want to be a Gauntlet only player in this game, you can absolutely do that. Yeah, that was interesting. I think I felt like I had a reasonable, okay, just deck. And then we did come up against some real high rolls, which I was in no way equipped to deal with. I don't know if that's normal. Like, most of our opponents started off by, with me genuinely being like, is this a constructed deck that I've queued into? And then after a little while, if I wasn't dead, out came the normal cards. Like, the Songhai game was very much like that. The Magmar game, I don't think we saw any normal cards from them, really. And the Lionar game, they had a bunch of staple cards. I think we saw, I mean, they showed Rock Pulverizer, but besides that, we saw a lot of, like, just really good, solid cards from them. I guess Dream Gazer is not something you'd normally play in Lionel, but it was good, that game. So yeah, I don't really know. I don't super want it to be hope you get a constructed deck or it's bad. It's actually one of the things I disliked about the Legends of Runeterra draft mode was that the best decks were usually ones that like had gotten enough support for their champion, the like hero unit that you get. That's a card that actually goes. It's not like a general; it's an actual card, but they're very powerful and have synergistic bonuses. And the game kind of feeds you cards that work with them to an extent. And you would play against people who just had like, yeah, basically just bad constructed decks against your limited deck, and you would get rolled. And it was often out of, like, there were plenty of heroes where like either that would happen or they would do nothing. So I never wanted to draft them because you might just whiff. But you wouldn't play against the people that whiffed because they would just, you know, go 0-3 and that was it. You would play against people with the nuts for those factions, and some of those games felt a bit like that. And there was a stated goal of avoiding that effect because with old Gauntlet where you could get 12 wins or 3 losses, on average you would play against people with, most of your games would be against people with a decent number of wins. So you'd just be playing against reasonably good decks or reasonably good players the whole time. I don't know if that's really true though. I always found that like in those type of environments, the first couple games were a bit of a crapshoot in the sense that you might be 0-0 or 1-0-0-1 to play against someone with a 12-win deck, or people that get with 1-win decks because they didn't have enough information yet. But I think once you got past the first game or two, you were generally like the sort of run from 2 wins to 7 wins was usually against entirely normal decks. And you would only really face the true heaters once you got to the If you were like XO, or once you got to the sort of 10, 11, 12 bit. And I found that to be the case in certainly in Hearthstone. I think in Duelyst as well, from what I remember. So I don't know if it ends up being the case that obviously this is just this is 4 games, very small sample size. If it ends up being the case that you're basically praying to get a constructed deck and otherwise losing to people who got there, that I'm not interested in. Very much not interested in. That might be an artifact of the small card pool, in part. But the thing that made Gauntlet fun for me in old Duelyst was that it really put the emphasis on positioning and careful play to get the most out of your crappy cards, which I guess 2-draw kind of throws a wrench into that as well. But I don't know. It's nice to be able to play the game. Like I really enjoy that Gauntlet is cheap, that it's accessible, and that how long is this video? We just crossed the hour mark, so like, that's nothing for me, right? Long rambly videos are kind of all I know how to make. But yeah, the fact that you can do an entire run in an hour is actually really nice. And the fact that it's super cheap to just do that a bunch, I think that's fun. So like a very bite-sized, limited experience. That definitely has a lot of appeal of its own. And if you don't like your deck, you're not like, oh no, I have to keep grinding with this thing for ages until I lose out. It's 4 games. But at the same time, that run just now did feel quite short. And I think that that deck could have done 7 wins in old Duelyst. And it sort of didn't really get the chance to. So it's going to be interesting seeing how the experience shakes out. Like I definitely agreed with the points in the post where there were, for less experienced players or newer players, they were somewhat intimidated by the prospect of this long grind to 12 wins, and it was very difficult to go infinite. As someone who learned how to go infinite in Gauntlet, I loved it. I actually enjoyed the pace of it, of like playing 8, 9, 10 games per run, depending on how much I lost. I definitely like that there's now a system where you play the same number of games guaranteed, and that it gives you quite a good and consistent ratio of gold into games played, which is a massive, massive problem with the old system that I'm very glad has been rectified. But I don't know. It's interesting. I'm very glad it's back. I'm going to be playing some more, recording some more over the coming days at least, and we'll see how I feel at the end of that. So thank you all for watching, and I'll see you soon.